Hello and welcome back to week 5, my journey to the stage. And something that I got wrong last week, we're actually not 9 weeks out, we are 8 weeks out from the competition on the 13th of September. So in fact, we've got 8 weeks left until stage, which means we have 7 weeks to prep and 7 weeks to drop around 7 kg. Although my dates are out a little bit on the previous videos, this was always the timeline. It just means things are a little bit closer than I'd like them to be. So I've got about 7 kgs over the next 7 weeks. So a kilo a week I need to drop, which means we do have a tight run to the stage. And obviously that is a pretty big calorie deficit every week. So obviously we know that 1 kilo of body weight is around 7,700 calories. So I'd need to drop about 7,700 calories a week, or have a calorie deficit of 7,700 calories a week, which is around 1,100 calories a day in terms of a deficit. At the moment, my calorie deficit has been between 700 to 800 a day, sometimes more when I have more active days, but generally that's where it's been. So now with the timeline being as tight as it is, I'm going to have to really maximize my calorie deficit every day each week, as close to that 7,700 per week. So to do that without really impacting my diet, my food has been very consistent. I'm enjoying my diet. My hunger is manageable at the moment, and I don't really want to reduce my food anymore unless I have to. So I'm going to be increasing my calorie deficit through exercise predominantly. So I'm going to increase my step count from 10,000 to 12,000 a day. And also with my training, I'm not going to change the resistance side of things. That's going to be 4 resistance training sessions a week still. But I'm going to add in around 15 to 20 minutes of additional cardio at the end of every workout. With such a big calorie deficit, the key here is to retain as much muscle as possible. So my resistance training is going to be crucial. And obviously I don't want to do too much cardio and too much output whilst my calories are lower. Otherwise I will continue to lose muscle mass as much as I lose my body fat. The other big area I need to focus on is still my posing. I have done a little bit more since my last vlog, but that's something I really need to ramp up now. I need to be doing daily posing, get into the mandatory poses a bit more fluidly, get used to that feeling, because it's not easy posing, it's hard work, and you need to put the effort in. Otherwise you're going to be in great condition and you just won't display it in the best way possible on stage. Therefore you won't get a good outcome. So I'm really now having to invest the time and effort into doing it. It's something that doesn't come easy to me. So I'm going to have to really suck it up and get it done in the evenings, probably when the kids are in bed. So yeah, that's where I need to work now. Big time is on the posing. Some big positives from the last couple of weeks though. My injuries seem to be clearing up. So some little niggles I've been having. Predominantly my hip is significantly better. Since I stopped doing leg extension, my tendonitis of my quads is clearing up really quickly. So I'm still squatting comfortably, but not doing a leg extension, which is helping my leg recover. Fingers crossed, if I just continue to avoid leg extension for a little bit longer, that means I'll be in a much better position to resume doing some leg extension and some heavier squats further down the line. But for now, I just need to manage that injury and make sure that tendonitis doesn't flare up or become worse than it was. So to summarize, looking ahead for the next 7 days, the big focus will be increasing energy output through additional cardio in my workouts of 20 minutes. I'll also be taking my step count from 10 to 12,000 steps a day and keeping my nutrition the same. And obviously ramping up my posing practice, which will again increase my energy output. So hopefully overall we'll have an increase in my calorie output and increase my weekly calorie deficit, just to accelerate the body fat loss over the next 7 weeks. So let's see what we can do over the next 7 days. Make sure to subscribe and come back for next week's video, and hopefully we've got some serious progress happening as we step closer towards the stage.